these hoes back.
You are not bringing any
hoes to my house.
All of a sudden, you're in New York and surrounded by hoes. That don't mean you got to become one.
I just think you need to think it through.
I just think it's interesting. You were having a hoe phase and you're not including your friend Dustin.
There will be no hoes in this house.
You can have hoe sex out in the alleyway with the rats.
They got hourly rooms out there.
That is so ratchet.
Shake it, you know that you's a freak. Boom, boom, clap, clap, ski, ski, ski.
You cannot bring any hoes to my house.
Skeet, skeet, skeet. Mm-hmm. There's another DJ Jake C production. Thank you, Jake.
Not
Very
my
good.
house.
Not going to be any hoes in that house.
Sorry, dude.
No. I'll get it on. Cavaliers play tonight. They lost in Orlando to the Magic last night. They get another crack at a win tonight. They'll be in Boston to play the Celtics. That's a 7:30 start, so 7 o'clock on MMS and on the iHeartRadio app is when the pregame coverage will get underway. In fact, they're going to be in Boston. They're playing them tonight and Thursday. So back-to-back against the Celtics, and then they'll be back here at home next Saturday, where they'll play the Hawks, the Rockets, and the Utah Jazz, and a bunch of other. Hey, Junior.
Yeah, Alan, I just had a question about the show last week. I listened to Rover, and I heard what he had to say about Mary going to New York, and I missed the show the next day. I wondered what her reaction was to what he said about her.
I didn't hear this.
York.
I didn't hear what he said.
He called Rob in to give Rob his birthday present or his Christmas present. Rob's our program director, and then asked Rob if it was true that I was moving to. Is that?
Turn down your radio.
Junior, can you turn your radio down, please?
Stupid car.
Yeah, so there it is.
Thank
It's
you.
okay. He asked Rob if, because Rover claimed that he heard me saying that I'm only moving to New York to get a better gig in radio, and that I am only going to be on this show as a placeholder until I can find something.
But you're not trying to have a career in radio.
Correct.
Why does Rover care where you're going?
I don't know.
Oh.
But he tried to capture Rob and be like, well, this is what I heard. She said that you told her to use Alan until she can find something better. That's what I heard.
Oh, so he was just making stuff up. He was
none
trying
of that's true.
Right, yeah.
It's absolutely not true.
If they're making stuff up over there, what?
I am going to New York to pursue a bigger career in stand-up comedy. I've been a comedian for 12 years. And the radio gig just happened to work out that New York had space for me.
And that's what I've always said to people when they would complain about Mary being gone all the time, is I said, Mary's not trying to have a career in radio. She's on the radio with us, but she's not in radio. She from day one, it was very clear. There were no illusions about what Mary wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Fun having her on the show, but as soon as she was like, I'm out, we knew that was it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, for now, she can be in a studio in New York.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
It's not, no one's saying it's a forever permanent solution to anybody's, whatever.
Right.
But for right now, that's what it is. But yeah, Rover made it seem because when we were talking about it, we were poking at Cody about the Breakfast Club and how he could have come with us or come with me or whatever.
Oh, he's probably conflating the two things
then.
then. Yeah.
I think he might have misheard and thought that I said I was only going there to try to get on the Breakfast Club, or that because I was making jokes about being friends with the owner of the company.
Right, Bobby Pitts.
And things like that. So I think he might have just, if he was only half listening.
No, I guarantee he doesn't listen to this at all. What happened is a listener probably emailed them trying to start some nonsense, and he just repeated what they said.
Yeah. So no.
Because I'm like, why would he care what you're doing?
No, I am not going there to try to finagle my way onto a bigger show.
Finagle.
And then give you guys flip the bird and be like, nice knowing. That
I'll
is
tell you.
absolutely
Yeah,
not
but
the
you know
plan.
what? Also, and I've told a couple of people this, you're supposed to advance your career.
Right. If that
and no
were
matter
to
what
happen,
you're doing, that's right. I want people in this program to be successful. I didn't realize that was a weird thing.
I mean, so if I'm there.
That's why I've been beating Poundcake up since he got on the goddamn show to do his own thing. And he's ignored me. So fine, I don't do that anymore.
Let's say I'm there at the same time as whatever show is recording, or I get there early one day and they're like, oh, panic moment. Our 6th mic on Ryan Seacrest is sick. We need someone to fill in. Like, sure, I would love to sit in on that show, but that's not, I mean, New York for me is stand-up comedy.
He's in L.A.
Yes.
And he only has 2 mics.
Whatever.
You're thinking about Elvis Duran.
Elvis Duran.
Right.
I was like, somebody has 400
She doesn't even know who works for the company, right? This is why Bobby Pitts is not going to pick her brain about what to do.
But yeah, I think, and I also think, they had Rob in there, so they're trying to be like, oh, Rob.
Yeah, but they brought him in.
Yeah.
He didn't end up there. They brought him in.
They brought him in to give him a Christmas
They were trying
gift.
to.
What did he say?
He said that he was playing it very straight, where he was like, I did not tell her to tell Alan to F off and try to jump ship as soon as he could.
Right.
Like, no, I never told her that she should do that.
Yeah.
Which is also true.
Hey, listen, man, this show has been a revolving door since the minute I stepped foot in Cleveland. So I've made my peace with that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, I didn't hear any of that.
I went back and listened to it because I had a couple people hit me up. But everybody's so dramatic that they're like, dude, Rover's talking so much crap about you. And I listened back. I was like, nobody said one negative thing about me the entire time. It would just seem like he got bad information.
Other than you were trying to finagle.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not the word he used.
So
but like
much
that
finagling.
I was trying to essentially just use this as an opportunity for a big break.
Which is what people do all the time, by the way.
But
Like
why
that's
would that
not,
even be
I don't know. It's so dumb.
I don't know.
That's
either.
what people are supposed to do, is try to get a better situation.
Yeah.
Listen, they have just made it worth my while to stay in Cleveland.
Oh, contract renewal?
Well, my deal's up next year,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a year left on my deal. But next Saturday, or is it this Saturday? It's this Saturday. It'll be 14 years in Cleveland. And they've just made it worth my while to stay.
Mm-hmm.
You bet your ass. If somebody was like, we'll give, I'd be out of here. But they've been very, very good to me here. And I've been very good to them. This ain't a charity case. So, but big picture, I want anybody associated with this program to get, do the best thing they can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
just,
reading about how the tech industry has already soured on Austin, Texas. There were all these tech people that were like, we're getting out of California because it's too expensive and blah, blah, blah. And they're not wrong. But everybody decamped for Texas because they're like, oh, it's great. There's no taxes, except they can put you in jail if you want an abortion and, all that kind of dumb crap. So these companies, the bloom is off the rose, as it were. And so there's a lot of these companies that have either paused their plans to move to Austin, which is a great city. I love Austin.
It's a cool city.
I have friends that live there. We've gone a bunch of times, but a lot of these tech companies have either paused their plans to move or they're leaving already. And one guy with some kind of mid-sized tech company, handful of 1,000 employees, he's like, I think the next, because everybody's looking at like the next hub of whatever. 20 years ago, it was Portland, and then it was going to be Denver, and then it was Austin. Mid-sized cities, kind of. And this guy and other people of his ilk believe that the next big hub for innovation and population explosion is going to be Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so could it be that all these times, and again, I just threw a dart and hit Tulsa when we would start telling Poundcake, to send his demo out. But he could be at the forefront of a cultural revolution right there in Tulsa. Where's Tulsa? Oklahoma?
Mm-hmm.
Of course it is.
I only know that from Live PD because they're always in Tulsa for whatever reason. It's actually kind of the hood.
Not from Watchmen?
No, what's that?
So a big Live PD is in Tulsa all the time?
Yeah, they're like in Oklahoma City. They're in Tulsa. Like all of those like western states, for whatever reason, they get it popping out there because I don't think there's much to do. So there's a lot of crime, a lot of drugs. I only know that from Live PD.
Mm-hmm.
They need to make me the right offer. If they make me an offer, if I have enough money to move, relocation fees, and enough.
Those, yeah.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, why would I move to Tulsa to make the same
So
money?
it's the middle of the country. What better way to get a foothold on either side of the cultural divide than to literally be in the middle of the country?
No.
Oh,
No.
straight up.
I mean, you're a little further south than the middle, but, I mean, for all intents and purposes, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I'm an independent.
You're not far from Oklahoma City.
Independent fielder out in Tulsa. No, thank you.
All right.
Let me see.
We're just trying to give you ideas.
I'm gonna
Because
Google
nobody's
here.
going to knock on your door. It's not like the Showbiz Commission calls you and says, is this Cody Brown? We've been waiting for you. We've got a place for you. So we're just giving you ideas.
Let me see if
And
there-
this guy says that Tulsa is going to be where it's at.
Nightlife in Tulsa. Let me.
2 turntables and a microphone. He goes right to nightlife in Tulsa.
Well, there has to be some incentive for me to leave. Being in the center of the country doesn't mean much. I have to have a community.
Aren't you fascinated by Native American artifacts?
I don't have to go to Tulsa for that.
But there
Yeah.
are a lot of them there.
Duh, Alan.
I can go to Arizona. I can go to Texas.
That's further away.
But at least I know there's a nightlife there.
Yeah, he does like the nightlife.
I like
He
likes to boogie.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
my follow-up question was, does he
Mhm.
like to boogie?
Do you like to boogie? All right.
Where was? There's no Native American tribes here in Ohio. I mean, Ohio was founded.
There are, but I mean, it's
Not
not.
anymore.
It's not a state. It's not a state known for that. I mean, when
We're
you get
named
into,
after the Native Americans.
huh?
Well, they made them all move.
Okay.
I mean, there's still some, but they're not
Yeah.
as prevalent. Like, there's not reservations.
You go to
around
Arizona
here.
and
Yeah.
they like active. There are
Mhm.
probably some active communities in Ohio, but they're not really known for that.
Tulsa population.
I mean, the lake was named after the Erie tribe, right?
500,000 people.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So if they have
He
more-
just Googled Tulsa gay to see what came up.
Okay, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's temporarily closed, but they have like 5, and they're all on kind of like well, no, they're not all on the same strip, but I need this. I need a sense of community. If I'm gonna move somewhere, I
That's
wanna
true anywhere you go.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Make a move for my career and also find a man.
What community are you a part of here?
You know,
Well, here I'm home. Like I'm here. If I don't have a community, I have my family. So if I'm moving away from home, I need some incentive. Who doesn't want to meet people?
Right.
I'm not a. If I was into sports, I would move like, oh, I'll start. I'll do a dodgeball team or a kickball or golf or something like that. All I have to offer is my wonderful personality, and I need to find people that will appreciate that.
Or a badminton team.
yes. What about badminton?
Badminton.
Mm-hmm.
It
Hi,
says
Alan. This is Alan. What's your position on banana peppers? I like them.
what?
Oh, that's the end of the call? Oh, all right. Well,
I also like them.
I
yeah,
love banana
that's-
peppers.
yeah, they're good. I had to pivot when I left Chicago because like when you go into a Subway, you get jardinera peppers. That's just like I didn't realize it was like a local thing, and so anytime I moved to another state, I'd be like, "Yeah, can I get the jardinera?" And they just go, "What the hell is that?" So I had to pivot to the banana peppers, and those are fine too. Those are tasty. I thought there was
Great
more
pizza
to that.
topping, too.
What are your
Yes.
yeah
Banana peppers on pizza.
Yep,
Mhm.
Big time.
pretty good.
I'm okay with banana
time.
peppers
Ooh,
on pizza too.
now.
I don't like mushrooms.
What is your
though.
take on banana? Well, that's okay. So there's some food news for you. I thought there was more. There's more to that call, but that's okay. Oh, by the way, speaking of food news, I was very sad to see that Corky and Lenny's has closed
I saw that.
after like 70 goddamn years or something. They've been open since 1956. If you're over there on the east side, Woodmere, Beechwood area, you know Corky and Lenny's very, very well. I used to go have lunch there pretty regularly with our buddy Jeff Hardig, and love Corky and Lenny's. Now, it always was packed when I was in there, so I don't know what has befallen them since then, but I guess they tried to find a partner that would keep them open, but I guess that didn't work out. So Corky and Lenny's, last-ditch effort is they're hoping that they could maybe reopen in a smaller spot because that was a big place. But as far as legit delis go, man, that was the top of the heap as far as I was concerned.
I had actually never heard of Corky and Lenny's until the casino opened because they put a Corky and Lenny's in the casino.
That was like the first food court thing they put in there.
Well, yeah, and
But then it closed, right?
I'd eat it all the time. They had a great Reuben whenever I was at the casino, and I was like, people were like, this is like a staple here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, really good. Opened their doors in 1956 before moving to that current location on the east side there in 1973. So it had been there a long, long time. The woman who was running it, her husband, Corky Kurland, started the business 68 years ago. She said her son is burned out running the business. It's taken its toll. And so, through the pandemic and everything else, it's got to be hard to keep a place like that open. But I was surprised and saddened to see that because every time I'd been in there, it was just packed. So,
end of an era.
End of an era.
It could be packed and still not profitable with everything costing more and more and more,
Packed and not profitable.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. That too. That's going to be the name of Poundcake's memoir.
Packed and not profitable? Oh, if I'm packed, I'm definitely going to be profitable.
You already knew. You already knew, Alan.
Didn't you hear, Poundcake, there's going to be no hose in this house, all right?
My house.
I'm in a
No
different
hose.
room.
What?
I'm in a different room.
That is true. You are in a different room, and there's all kinds of hose in your room. At least one.
Yeah, one is all you need.
Yeah.
Get
Two
you
if
one.
Ghost Bag comes.
He doesn't count as a person.
He's a hoe.
Alan, green pepper on pizza is superior to banana pepper. They are too pickly tasting to me.
Point.
I do like
that part.
See,
green pepper doesn't taste like
How
anything.
come they don't call them pickled peppers and they call them banana peppers?
I've pivoted over the years because so few places. I used to get pepperoni and green olive, and so few places ended up serving green olives anymore. I just pivoted to the green pepper, which is fine. I like green peppers, but the banana pepper, it's pretty good.
Gives you the tang you need.
Alan Cody moves to Oklahoma. His show could be called Tulsing Off with Poundcake.
There you go. See, guys, now we're thinking.
Something's there. All right, I got a break. You want to send a text, 35192. AlanCoxShow.com is where you can see pictures, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and